Thank you. Thank you. I don't even know how to thank you.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 everyday heroes caught on security camera.
I told him I was there for a reason. I was there to save him.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most noteworthy occasions in which security cameras captured average Joes averting a life-threatening situation and saving people from harm. Which of these good Samaritans are you most inspired by? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Rachel and Christopher MOWRY. On August 5th, 2022, just 5 weeks before his wedding, the life of Chris Favorin was saved by this husband and wife duo from York Haven, Pennsylvania. Favorin was in the middle of a home workout when he experienced symptoms of a heart attack. In a race against time, Favorin and his fiancée rushed to the home of their neighbors, Rachel and Christopher MOWRY, a nurse and firefighter. The MOWRY's doorbell camera captured Favorin walk up their porch in obvious signs of distress. The couple quickly administered nonstop CPR on their neighbor, ultimately restoring his pulse.
Without them being there, I know I would not have made it.
They're heroes. They're heroes in my eyes.
Their swift response not only saved Favorin's life, but also secured them front row seats to his wedding 5 weeks later. Number 9. Hunter Olsen. Lunch break at West Jordan Middle School in Utah took a terrifying turn for Jackson Johnson in October of 2020. While seated among his friends, Jackson suddenly began choking on his chicken sandwich. After failing to cough it up into a trash can, his friend Hunter Olsen promptly stepped in to save the day. Without hesitation, Olsen wrapped his arms around his buddy and performed the Heimlich maneuver. In a matter of seconds, the morsel of food was successfully dislodged from his airway. After averting such a life-threatening situation, Olsen just sits back down and continues with his meal. He has since said that he doesn't consider himself a hero, but on that point, we'll have to respectfully disagree. Number 8. Tim Ratcliffe. An elderly man having a quiet lunch at a Japanese restaurant in Hollywood on August 1st, 2022, became the victim of a robbery attack in broad daylight. As the assailant attempted to flee following the incident, the restaurant's owner, Tim Ratcliffe, sprang into action. Ratcliffe immediately pursued the attacker and managed to tackle him to the ground, right next to a busy intersection. Security cameras outside the restaurant captured Ratcliffe's determined struggle to keep the assailant subdued, even though he was sucker punched in the face. Remarkably, he successfully held him down for nearly 10 minutes until police officers arrived.
I'm not going to lie, the adrenaline was a lot at that point, and afterwards it was exhausting. I felt like I had worked out the next day.
Despite suffering a bruise to the face, Ratcliffe says he'll gladly do it again. Number 7. Group of Good Samaritans. Events like this are powerful reminders of just how much good there is in the world. On May 5th, 2022, a group of strangers risked their own safety to rescue Lori Rabier, who had passed out in her car at a busy intersection in Boynton Beach, Florida. As Rabier's vehicle slowly veers into traffic, her co-worker runs out of her own car and waves her arms to get the attention of other drivers. Within seconds, several motorists join her in bringing the drifting car to a stop. They then smash the rear window and are able to unlock the front door.
My hero.
Not only did their actions save Rabier's life, they also prevented a potential accident, which could have claimed others. Number 6. Tom and MADDOX WESTERHAUS. On May 18, 2022, Xavier Rigney, a non-speaking boy in Lawrence, Kansas, wandered out of his mother's apartment and into the complex's locked pool area. In this footage, obtained from a security camera outside the building, Rigney steps into the water and is immediately submerged. The boy was spotted by a neighbor, MADDOX WESTERHAUS, who alerted his father, Tom, to the situation. Tom, a former lifeguard, quickly jumped over the fence and pulled the boy out of the pool. He then reportedly performed life-saving chest compressions for almost 3 minutes before reviving Rigney.
Definitely hits home a lot harder having a son myself.
The father and son averted a potential tragedy, and their actions earned them Hometown Hero Awards from the Lawrence Fire Medical Departments. Number 5. Ginger Maxville. Yet another life saved by a quick-thinking person performing the Heimlich maneuver.
What are you doing?
In this case, the beneficiary of that timely action was a young student of the Manford Public Schools in Oklahoma who accidentally swallowed a coin on the bus. Ginger Maxville, the bus driver and a teacher's assistant at the school, initially thought the boy was being unruly, but after being brought up to speed by his sister, Maxville wasted no time in grabbing the student and executing the Heimlich.
It's okay, you're going up. At least maybe you're going up. Okay, got it.
Fortunately, the coin was coughed up onto the floor of the bus. After ensuring his safety, Maxville makes the boy promise not to swallow coins in the future.
Do that again. You scare me to death. You hear me? Oh, I thank the Lord that you're okay.
We can only hope he sticks to his word.
I was just surprised that, that this was happening. And I thought, here, I've got to see if I was really paying attention when I had my training, and it paid off.
Number 4, dozens of subway commuters. It was all hands on deck to save one man's leg. On August 6, 2014, security cameras at this subway station in Perth, Australia, recorded an extraordinary event. While boarding the train, a passenger found himself trapped when his leg slipped and became wedged between the rail platform and the carriage. Initially, commuters inside the train were asked to move to the opposite side, with the aim of alleviating the pressure on the man's leg. However, that approach proved ineffective. What happened next was nothing short of remarkable. Dozens of passengers trooped out of the train and banded together to tilt it away from the platform, allowing the man to be pulled out safely. Number 3, Sean Conaboy. Freelance camera operator Sean Conaboy made the difference between life and death for a 54-year-old woman at the Street Union Square station in Manhattan, New York. Just around 10 p.m. on May 19, 2021, the victim was standing on the train platform alongside several other passengers when a man walked up to her brandishing a knife. Without hesitation, Conaboy pounced on the assailant, tackling him to the ground and effectively restraining him. However, by that point, the woman had already suffered multiple stab wounds. Luckily, none of them were life-threatening. The culprit, later identified as Joshua Nazario, was arrested by police on charges of assaults and criminal possession of a weapon.
I knew enough to know that as long as I keep him in front of me or down, face down on the platform, he's going to have a much harder time turning the knife on me.
Number 2, KEANON LOWE. On May 17, 2019, Oregon student Angel Granados Diaz brought a loaded shotgun onto his school premises with the intention of taking his life. The presence of the weapon caused widespread panic among students, but fortunately, no lives were lost that day. That's all thanks to the efforts of football coach KEANON LOWE. Security footage from the hallway showed Lowe successfully disarm the student and wrap him up in a warm embrace, while another staff member took the gun away. Lowe was hailed as a hero for his quick thinking and compassion for the troubled student in that moment.
Nobody cares about me, and I told him I care about him.
Granados Diaz later pleaded guilty to 2 gun charges and was sentenced to 3 years of probation, coupled with mental health treatments.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, MAYUR SHELKHE. It looked like something straight out of a Mission Impossible film. This footage, released in April 2021, was taken at the Vangani station in Mumbai, India. At first, a woman and her young son are shown walking down the platform. Suddenly, the boy darts towards the edge and falls onto the tracks, just as an oncoming train speeds into his direction. Stepping into the Tom Cruise role is railway worker MAYUR SHELKHE, who sprints for the child and lifts him off the tracks a split second before the train zooms past. If this wasn't enough, SHELKHE donated the monetary reward he received for his actions to the child's family. All we can say is, we're not worthy, Mr. SHELKHE.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.